Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good evening. I'll start with a quick introduction of myself to the audience. So, first of all, thank you everyone again for joining. So, my name is Siddharth Singh. I am the Solutions and Offerings Lead at HeadSpin. Uh, I report to the CEO of the company, and my job is to basically, support the sales folks, the customer success folks, the account managers, with the whole journey, the customer journey, from the discovery, understanding the pain points of the customer, aligning the use cases, aligning the features of the product, and way forward to value realignment and the whole journey, to be honest. And before that, I was working with another SaaS company, which is one of the biggest fintech companies in the world, that is High Radius. And I've also worked in traditional GSIs such as Tata Consultancy Services, Emphasis Technologies, and I've also worked in captive ITs such as Shell, Bangalore office. And I graduated as an engineer in the year 2012 in electronics and communication. So hence the topic telco. It resonates with me. It I have some experience around it, and I also did my MBA 5 years back from UT Austin and SP Jain Mumbai in technology domain only. So I'd like to proceed with today's agenda. So let's start with the telco evolution story. I know everyone here is an expert and knows much more than myself, but I'd like to set the context for the whole audience so that next 30 to 40 minutes are more and more engaging for all of you, and why I am speaking on behalf of Headspin, and what ultimately what I want to tell you. So it all began with the need of communication between two people staying, miles apart or maybe a few meters apart. It all started with wired communication services, the traditional services. It started with the developed countries, of course, the Western world, and then slowly it trickled down to the developing countries and the less developed countries. The scale up was slow, but slowly and steadily, as we saw, like 1980s and 1990s, there was a combination of wired communications along with dial-up internet. But the speed was so slow that the usability and the use cases of the internet was quite limited in that case. So even having a dial-up connection in a country like India, I mean, a household that I grew up in, it was luxury. So even for downloading a song of few MBs, it took hours to download. So it was just about having the connectivity. Okay. Then slowly and steadily, there was wireless connection into the picture. There were, mobile phones coming into picture. Broadband came into picture, and the user experience was defined by how well the network coverage is and how well the download and upload speed of the broadband is. That were the only major experience criterias of the traditional telco services, if I may. But slowly and steadily, as the usability and use cases of the broadband or the internet expanded, we went from static pages to dynamic pages to if we talk about right now, all of our devices are connected to the internet, be it a smart TV, smart speakers, smart cameras, everything is smart. Okay, so everything is connected now. But if we go back to the timeline, slowly and steadily, the need of the overall internet services expanded a lot. The various criteria that defined the overall experience expanded exponentially, and that started the whole agenda and the whole purpose of the user experience thing, user customer centricity or user experience, if I may. And then slowly and steadily, smartphones also came into picture. Again, like I said, there were smartphones, smart TVs. You have smart gaming consoles which are connected to the internet. People no longer use Blu-rays to install their games. They just download it from the internet in few seconds. And yes, that's about it. But in all of these phases, what was the role of telco? Telco was just the backbone of all these services. the other tech companies, the gaming giants, the e-commerce giants, and the other giants in the B2B world as well, like ERP and whatever, they were just making money out of the infrastructure that these telco uh, companies were providing. Obviously, the infrastructure and the overall communication services. Uh, so it was growing a lot. Businesses were growing. Customer adoption rate was very high, but slowly and steadily across B2B and B2C, telco got commoditized. The telco services, the core services, that is voice and data, even SMS services as well. And slowly and steadily, these technology companies, they started to cross the boundaries and started creating some products and services. We started replacing the core telco services. For example, the voice is now VoIP. Okay, you can make a call using WhatsApp. Why do you need a SIM card for that? Obviously, you need a network connectivity, but you can use any application for making a call. You can just go with a Wi-Fi connection. Why do you need a SIM? Why do you need a network operator for that? Okay. Again, SMS. SMS was rapidly replaced by instant messaging apps, the chat apps like WhatsApp, Telegram, and uh, chatting is an integral features of social media. Uh, you know, uh, Apps such as Instagram, Facebook, which were not instant messaging services, just to keep the world connected, the B2C world connected. And those companies are making ad revenues out of it. But what about telcos? Telco as an industry got stabilized. The revenues got stabilized. The users got stabilized. They got used to it. They ultimately people take everything for granted. They had multiple options. They would switch the telco operator. They would switch a app just for the sake of it because everyone else is using it, or maybe the experience is better. So how would telco retain their customers? How would they maintain their revenue streams? That was the biggest problem. So I was also reading about KPMG reports and some McKinsey reports about this evolution story. And, I wasn't surprised to read it. They had listed down 5 to 6 points about, ensuring a smooth telco to techco transition. Uh, First one was obviously identifying the right use case for B2B business and B2C business. And the second one was ensuring consistent and seamless user experience across all the digital endpoints. It can be a smart TV, OTT media app, OTT media device, and everything that is connected to a network. Uh, you know, Ultimately, because that is what defines the overall user experience. It's not about the connectivity anymore. It's about the use case for a B2C customer as well. So that is how the digital services and offerings came into picture, right? Telcos expanded into, if I take example of my country, there are two telco giants. One is Airtel, one is Jio. Airtel has smart security services. You just need a camera, and it has all the AI features like automatic tracking, and you don't need any hardware. It is connected to the their infrastructure. There is cloud storage, and you can access everything from your mobile app. There is not a need of single wire at all, and it's very popular in India. If we talk about Jio, apart from the B2C, wired connections, fiber to the home, they are also launching wireless Wi-Fi broadband, high-speed broadband for B2C customers. They are also launching their cloud infrastructure. They are into e-commerce. They are into, basically everything. Jio is establishing a super app ecosystem where all the B2C customers and maybe in the future all the B2B customers can just reach out to a giant telco like Jio and just get all the things they need to run their operations, be it a household or a business. So that is how the telco to techco story evolved. But again, it's easier said than done. Like I said, I'd like to highlight three more points before I move on to the challenges. 81 of the companies expect to be competing mostly based on user experience. You go anywhere, it's all about user experience. If you talk about Apple, there is an Apple launch scheduled for Monday. Many people will say hey, it's the same phone again and again, but the Apple users, they know it's all about the user experience and they'll keep on using it. Even the smartphones, a physical hardware, it's all about user experience. If we talk about website users, 53% of the mobile users will leave a website. They'll jump to another website if the loading time is more than 3 seconds. Also, if we talk about telco customers, 40% of them are likely to switch providers because there are multiple options solely because of poor user experience. So again, we have to address the elephant in the room. How do we make sure that the telco to techco story is easy for the business and easy for the end customers as well? How do we ensure that the performance that is required out of a consumer app that a telco is providing, OTT media app for smart TV, mobile phones, how will we make sure that it is top notch? How will Jio make sure that their e-commerce platform is competing with the global giants of the world like Amazon and Walmart? So the first approach is, the traditional testing approach, but it is definitely impactful. People have been doing it pretty successful, but again, there are constant evolution of the needs of the businesses and the constant evolution of the customer demands, and customers are very, very, demanding right now, be it across any domain. So if we talk about testing a traditional consumer application where you can manage your subscriptions of a telco company, the network provider, where you can purchase your monthly subscription, versus an e-commerce, versus an OTT app where you have to search for a video. There has a lag in search response time. Then there is a buffer time for video to load. You have to make sure that this doesn't happen. This doesn't impact the end user experience. No matter how good is your network, but if the overall ecosystem that where that person is located, he or she might be located in a very rural place in a large country like US or a country like India, which is highly populated. So there are external factors, there are real world problems that might affect your end user experience, no matter how good your network infrastructure is. So if you go by the traditional approach, you will need multiple tools. And by multiple tools, it's not just about the license, it's all about the complexity. Your testers, your developers will need to focus on n number of tools at a time. And there will be data discrepancy. How will you, create a 360-degree picture to function smoothly and do your end goal that launch a bug-free and issue-free app in the market, or your digital services and offerings in the market for B2C or B2B. Again, like I was talking about inconsistent results, because there are multiple sources of data streams and data sources. So inconsistency of data is again expected. Also, if you want to visualize the data in some form, you will need another license for a data visualization tool. So again, added cost, added complexity. Now, if you go about the traditional testing approach, I know that automation frameworks are very popular, but it's not only about automation frameworks. There are another set of intelligent solutions that are there in market, which can automate other tasks as well. Okay, which we'll discuss later in the uh, webinar. For example, if you talk about low value tasks, why would you, a telco, would focus on SIM swapping, manual SIM swapping, or manual testing for that matter? Okay. Then again, performance testing comes later into the picture. Maybe not fully in terms of pre-release testing. It's mostly reactive. The user reviews on Google and all, that also hits the business very badly. So you want to make sure the app performance is very good across all the major OEMs that are the mobile brands, be it Samsung, Vivo, Apple, OnePlus, etc., etc. You have to make sure that app is performing seamlessly across all the ecosystems and across globe. And again, like I said, manual real world scenarios. You might feel that, hey, I have done testing. Now I'm okay with it to launch across globe. It doesn't happen like that. You also know that. You have to test it across major geographies. There has to be a planned release. Otherwise, it will be a botched release for sure. So you have to test in real world scenarios. And if you rely on simulators and emulators, it will give you results, but so much so, like 60%, 70%. But in such a cutthroat environment where telcos are getting into tech and tech are getting into telco, you cannot afford to be 60% and 70% sure. You have to be 99.99 or 100% sure about the expected outcome. So that the top three issues that are bugs and issues post-release and poor user experience can be mitigated in a proactive manner so that you can ensure that the net promoter score is good, optimal. Now, what's the way forward? Intelligent testing. So, what is intelligent testing? As of now, there are multiple buzzwords going on around intelligence. Like there is artificial intelligence, then there is general intelligence that is expected in like 5 to 6 years, which will mimic the human intelligence. But that's into the future. Okay. And we are product company. We are, we have limited resources, we have limited bandwidth, and we have a lot of customers and there are a lot of problems to solve. So our goal is to identify and prioritize the key issues so that you can, address 80 to 90% of your issues by various means so that you can focus on your, main business, which is telco and providing digital offerings to a customer, and maybe address the remaining low priority 10% of the issues, or maybe you can completely reject it. So it's not about getting a chat GPT or a LLM model for every of your product and functions across your business. No, it's not like that. You have to understand that it has to be a right mix. So as per my opinion, it's a personal opinion, what is intelligent testing? It should solve 80 to 90% of a problem by leveraging multiple technologies such as automation in terms of scripting and other repetitive tasks, which we'll discuss later. And it should also give you actionable insights. You shouldn't get just numbers. Numbers doesn't make sense. Then you need a person to analyze the data, and everyone else, every person in the company will have a different opinion on that data. Okay, there will be a lot of bias and there will be a lot of mistakes in the analysis. You need a solution that gives you, first of all, a data visualization so that the consumption is easy. Then actionable insights. What do you do with that data? What next? That is intelligence. That is an intelligent solution. Also, again, on top of it, AI and ML capabilities so that not only you get the problems, the bottlenecks, you get the solution to solve it so that you can focus your cognitive abilities, your bandwidth in just picking up the best solution recommended by the, it's a combination of, again, an AI tool and a 10 or 15-year-old QA engineer or developer. It's a combination of it. We cannot replace human intelligence. We don't want to do that. So that is intelligent testing in my opinion. And I'm sure most of us will agree with that. And now, if we talk about intelligent testing for telco and telcos to techcos, there are three main elements. One is the performance element. That is about the QAs, developers, and the app release across various endpoints, smart TVs, smartphones, various manufacturers, various geographies, various networks. And ultimately, it's about the perceived user experience. Okay, again, various different endpoints, various use cases, various conditions, and convergence to have a unified solution for everyone. It should be a win-win solution for the the telcos, the techcos, the GSI providers who are helping the tech companies or the telco companies drive their development and tech activities parallelly. So it should be a win-win situation for all of us. So what is a win-win situation? So first of all, there should be functional and non-functional testing. be it manual or automated. That should be there. That is a given for all the testing solutions. And there should be performance visibility for quick action and quick positive impact. It shouldn't be like you found a bug in 5 days and you spend 10 days in analysis, 5 days in fixing it, and you take 1 month to, solve a problem that is impacting a user experience badly. And in 1 month, you have another negative review. So it has to be quick. You have to have data-driven decision making and actionable insights. Second is the data source should be true in nature. It shouldn't be all simulators and emulators. You should rely on real devices because ultimately real is real. You cannot create, uh, you know, you cannot depend on a metaverse to define the user experience in a real world. Where in a country like India, dialects and cultures changes in every 50 kilometers. You cannot do that. Then again, AI and ML capabilities for accelerating the whole process. You have data analysis, good, very good. You have AI to help you make faster and accurate decisions. Then again, automation and AI and data-driven decision making. Ultimately, it's improving your productivity with launching better performing apps, be it consumer apps or enterprise apps. Experience, you should get experience observability across consumer and enterprise app. Network experience as well, how a particular consumer app, which might not be your app, it can be Netflix of the world, YouTube of the world, or something else of the world. Again, consumer app, enterprise app, how it is performing on your network on a particular device in a particular location. You have to validate that so that you can fix whatever you can. Okay, and ultimately the user will know where's the problem. Then OTT platforms, there are OTT apps, there are OTT websites, and there are OTT devices, Fire Sticks, and everything is there. Multiple OTT platforms are there. You have to make sure that if you launch an OTT platform, or if there is like an Amazon Prime Video, if the experience across uh, a mobile phone, a laptop, or a smart TV of LG, Samsung, it should be seamless. Seamless. If you see the recent uh, Apple introduction of iOS 18, that is the whole thing that they are focusing on. You can replicate the whole experience of your mobile in a Mac. That is seamless interchanging of ecosystem, irrespective of the device that is being used. And again, there is in-store consumer journey as well, which is very specific. There are POS devices, there are Zebra devices that are working on a particular network. There are tie-ups. If you talk about retail giants in India, they have tie-ups with the various banks, various network providers to provide them a quick payment solution. So you have to ensure that the in-store consumer journey is also very good. For that, you need on-premise solutions as well. You cannot completely rely on device cloud. So that is also one of the key features. Also, once you get all the data, of course, it's about setting the right expectations, right budgets, and start tracking everything for different personas, be it product manager, the CXOs, the developers, the QAs, SREs, and DevOps, so that they can use relevant data and relevant information to help their cause. Then again, you will use it to assess and enhance the app performance by comparison with industry standards, and you should be able to compare it with competitors as well. That is peer benchmarking. Okay, that is again a good thought. Like for example, you have an app and you have put your blinkers on and you say I'm the best, but there's another player in the market which is cheaper, which is providing better subscription charges and better experience somehow. So you have to make sure that you have to cover all the grounds, be it subscription prices, be it the end user experience. So you should be able to run some sort of peer benchmarking reports in an intelligent solution. Again, it should be a single solution. There shouldn't be need of multiple solutions for that. Now, convergence, like I've repeated multiple times, there should be a single solution to solve all your problems, and it should provide a single pane of glass view, a transparent view, issues across various devices and apps for easier prioritization and experience-driven development. Basically, you are doing a shift left of user experience in your development and QA lifecycle. And also support the SREs for quicker, mean time to resolve of the various issues. And again, dashboarding capabilities for visibility across the organization, be it CIO, CDOs, and product orgs. Now, is there a solution? Yes, there is a solution. HeadSpin is definitely one of them. So if we talk about the top challenges, just to summarize, there is heavy reliance on reactive measures, especially for 5G rollouts or new technology rollouts, covering new grounds in terms of both traditional services or digital services. So you have to be proactive in nature. There are lack of actionable insights. There are multiple tools in the market, but they don't provide actionable insights. Why? Because they don't capture the right set of KPIs that define the ultimate user experience. Okay. And ensuring is ultimately it's all about user experience. So ensuring seamless UX across various platforms and devices. So that is another big challenge. So how HeadSpin addresses this? So first of all, we provide all different types of options. You can set up an on-premise lab, which telcos prefer to validate their core telco services. You can have your SIM multiplexers to switch SIMs very frequently through the use of GUI without the use of any manual intervention. Again, intelligent solution. We have data centers across 50 plus locations, so you can cover most of the highly populated locations across the world to analyze how are you performing in a particular geography. Okay. And you can do network performance validation and your app performance validation, user experience validation across various type of devices. It can be a smartphone of all the leading OEMs, of the various combination of chipsets, OSs, and regions and whatever. It doesn't matter. We can support most of your stuff. Like we said, we can solve 85 to 90% of the problem. That's more than enough. And now talking about lack of actionable insights, we can track and monitor up to 130 plus KPIs. And if it can be across app performance, it can be across, device metrics, and it can be, other important metrics such as latency, throughput, and other user experience KPIs that are very focused toward telco core services. And if you talk about consumer applications as well, you can do that as well. Like page load time, you can do it easily. It's almost an out of the box feature. And for example, there is a OTT app. You want to understand what is the search response time on your network. You can do that as well. Video load time, video metrics such as blockiness, blurriness, brightness, jitters, and things like that. Apart from, you can also capture audio metrics as well. That audio is missing. You can do audio match analysis. You can have your gold standard audio on your consumer app, and you can test it across real locations, how well your app is performing in real locations against that gold standard audio sample. Okay. And again, last but not the least, it's a one-stop shop to provide insights into network performance, application functionalities, enabling telcos to smoothly and slowly, transition towards a techco. What is the impact? Seamless 5G rollouts, network expansions, expansions in terms of digital services, digital offerings to the B2B clients, B2C clients. You can have industry standard core services, that is voice and data services across devices and geographical locations, which is your bread and butter, obviously. And you can ensure uniform last mile experience. Like, what is last mile experience? How various applications and digital platforms are working on your network, be it your application or some third party application. So that is how we define the last mile experience. It is the most critical element, especially in terms of B2C businesses. And ultimately, what is the ROI? If you invest so much energy into understanding and implementing HeadSpin solution, you get stable revenue streams. You will see a stable revenue stream by means of reduced churn, reduced negative reviews, and you can even enhance your revenues by launching new offerings which are ready to be hit the ground running in terms of user experience and features as well. And you can do peer benchmarking against all your competitors in a local locality. You can do roaming testing as well and understand how your business or your network is performing across various KPIs, network KPIs, device KPIs, and things like that. And ultimately, you can optimize your operational and capital expenditure as well. How do we do that? A quick view. I don't want to present the traditional solution architecture and all. There's a P box which is used to connect these devices. Uh, we can, either install maybe smartphones, iPads and all, tablets, and these are the end user devices which are installed inside a P box. And if we talk about a 5G use case, that is FWA, fixed wireless access, you can place this P box inside the location where the fixed wireless access has to be tested in a real location and connect the P box to the internet. You will be able to access these end user devices from anywhere in the world, and they can use our UI to do manual testing. They can do automation testing. We support 60 plus automation frameworks, so not a problem. And we can also support low code, no code platforms as well. It's almost out of the box solution, very low effort integration with all the other tools as well, like CI/CD tools. We have Jira as well, integration with Jira as well, which I'll show in the next slide. And you can have a remote QA team and remote developer team sitting in a cost-effective area, such as India, and you can have your devices in London, you can have your devices in Canada, US, and your QA team in India can seamlessly do the testing for your FWA-enabled apartment lab and give you actionable insights how to fix your network performance there. Now, if you talk about Telco side of it, I'll take OTT media example. For example, if a tech company is either partnered with some existing OTT media as an OTT aggregator, like many people are doing, or maybe they have launched their own OTT media app. They might want to check the performance across various platforms, be it a tablet, phone, various form factors, websites, laptops, and again connect to our device cloud or maybe on-premise setup. And again, remote QA team access via UI, web-based login, a secure login, and just do the testing manually and automated, and you will get all the insights. So how does the platform look? So these are some sample screens. So on the top, if you can see here, sorry. So it says detailed interactive user journey for the session for triage. On the left-hand side, you can see impact score. So impact score is a score from 0 to 100, 100 being the highest and the best in terms of overall perceived user experience. Here you can see it's 64 and marked as amber. That means there are multiple issues that have been identified in terms of app performance and perceived user experience. Okay. And again, it's based on advanced and in-house machine learning models. There are 55 machine learning models which are running in real time and which can give you this impact score in few seconds after running the test. And you can just see the impact score for all the sessions that you have run. You can run thousands of sessions and you can have a combined view in the form of a Grafana dashboard. How does my impact score look like on a Grafana dashboard for thousands of sessions? Okay. And you can have custom dashboards, like you can see on the left bottom side, there is a summary journey dashboards for key transitions. Okay, you can have that as well. Now coming back to on top, you have issue cards below the impact score, which basically highlights the issues that are identified and the number of times they are identified, and there is a possible reason and the best possible solution listed down there. And now that is intelligence. Also, how did the application identify these issues. So HeadSpin is like 10 years old company. We have been running millions of tests for our customers and number of customers. So that is why our the AI and ML models became more and more mature. And as you can see, there are yellow and orange bars on this timeline, the time series. Now, this time series of 130 plus KPIs is a unique solution. You won't find it anywhere. It is very difficult for our esteemed competitors to create a single data stream that can present a singular view of network KPIs, battery KPIs, device KPIs such as battery usage, memory usage, CPU usage, and other KPIs like audio video KPIs against all the user recordings, the test recordings. On the right hand side, you can see there is a screen which is loading. Obviously, it's kept hidden for privacy purposes. And yeah, that's about it. And you can see three different kind of dashboards. And these are Grafana dashboards. Either you can, choose to build your own dashboards. You can take help of GSIs, and HeadSpin have their own professional services which can either support you with overall testing journey. We can create scripts for you, we can maintain them for you, we can execute them for you, we can create dashboards for you. We are there for you for the whole journey. Not a problem for us. Our goal is to ensure that you get the best possible outcome in terms of actionable insights so that you can focus on the core business. And like I was continuously saying, automation is not only about automation scripting. It's all about automating all the repetitive tasks. So what are the repetitive tasks? Like if you have run a particular session, manual or automated, or if you have run multiple sessions, especially in terms of automated sessions, you might have to spend a lot of time, identifying those issues and logging Jira tickets for the concerned teams and to fix it and identify the right set of information and artifacts to be attached with the ticket. You need not worry about that. You can rely on HeadSpin integration with multiple tools so that tickets can be automatically created, helping accuracy and productivity. Tickets contains details of all the issues detected, and it can contain all the required logs as well. And that's about it. That is the intelligent testing. So I want to leave the story a bit incomplete because I want you all to meet again offline. You can reach out to me or Apurva for any information, any data sheet, flyers, any information. We can connect again on a call. We can have a detailed demo. We can have a discovery session with you, analyze your needs, analyze your initial problems, and have a custom, demo for your whole team, your internal teams, your CXOs, so that you can have your informed decision making about going ahead with HeadSpin or not. So with that, I'd like to move to the question and answer session. And I can see there are already 4 or 5 questions. So first of all, do you also provide SIM multiplexer solutions? Yes, definitely we provide SIM multiplexer solutions. There are various configurations like 1 second. Yeah, like you can have 16 SIMs across 4 devices, 64 SIMs across 1 devices. There are various configurations. It's totally up to your needs. So you can reach out to us. We can help you with that. Do you also enable telcos to create labs in their own premises for validating their regular telco services, such as creating RF chambers, etc., for specific use cases? Yeah, definitely. These we can ship these, P boxes. You can use your own devices, or we can send the devices as well. And you can definitely use this P box in RF chambers and all. And you can use attenuators to see the impact of various, bandwidth and all on the, core telco services or, application experience. So that is 100% doable, and it's live across multiple geographies. There is a major client in Australia. There is a major client in USA as well. There is Indian customers as well. So that's not a problem. Test execution is just one side of the story. How do you enable other phases of testing to or integrate with tools for scripting? Yeah, just like I said, HeadSpin is extremely flexible in terms of integration and all. If you're talking about low code, no code platforms, we integrate with Tosca. We have a extensive partnership. It's just FYI with Tosca. We also integrate with other low code, no code tools such as XLQ as well, other automation frameworks, tools such as Jira, Slack, and all. So it's completely doable. It's not a problem at all. And again, we can cover that in customized demo for you. Does HeadSpin support us with automation and dashboard creation? Yes, like I said, we have a dedicated professional services team, and it is being completely rehauled to address our clients' needs, because the demand of the professional services is expanding like anything. It's exponentially. We did not expect that, and we have expanded in terms of professional services. We have data as a services where we can provide you all the services like automation, scripting, maintenance, execution, optimization whenever there is some change in the user flow of an application or whatever. So we can definitely do that for you. We can build custom dashboards for you. We can create alerts and watchers on top of these Grafana dashboards, so that you don't have to rely on opening the UI again and again. You can just get email alerts to specific concerned parties, and they can immediately act on it. So alerts and watchers are also a part of this intelligent solution. One more question. Can you please provide the details on SIM multiplexer solution? Low footprint PBox, IoT compatibility. So SIM multiplexer solution. So it's kind of a hardware, okay, where you install your SIMs, okay, and it's an industry standard hardware. It's not a make break or break fix kind of solution. It's an industry standard solution that we provide. It can be at a data center. It can be on premise as well, and you can just use the GUI to do the SIM swapping across various configured devices. And we have various data sheets. We can show it. We can have a discussion, detailed discussion. Just reach out to us, Apurva, if we can take note of this, and maybe we can provide the relevant information. Low footprint PBox. Can you please elaborate on this low footprint PBox? And IoT compatibility. We cover the IoT use cases as well, but we, again, like we said, we rely on and we focus on the end user experience, the endpoint, digital endpoint. So in terms of IoT, we are talking about the the IoT connected applications. How is it performing in real world? How is it supporting the staff in a smart operations or smart manufacturing unit? So that's about it. So definitely we can do that from IoT connected applications. Want to know if you have a low number of ports? Very good questions. There is a surprise coming, definitely. It's there on a product roadmap, and it will be launched sooner, not later. You will hear the news officially. I don't have the privilege and to share any details any further, but definitely I know why is it required. Definitely, it's a valid question and valid request. So I hear you. So we'll have specific requirements, specific PBox for that as well. So rest assured. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, Manyan. Please feel free to reach out to us, reach out to the marketing team, Apurva. We'll immediately respond to your requests. I'll wait for any further questions. Strike one, strike two, and can we have a demo? Okay, again, like I said, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll immediately arrange a demo for you. Not a problem. I think that's it. It's 9:15. I'd like to give back 14 minutes of your time for the day. Thank you for joining. Thank you.